Right, James Creedon is here for Media Watch now. Good to see you, James.
Hi, Laura.
And the fallout from the election result on Tuesday continues very much online. It's pretty much all people are talking about. We're going to talk about some of the backlash against Donald Trump, because there have been protests. We spoke to a protester in the programme a little earlier. People really upset, really angry, and they don't really know what to do other than come out on the streets and say, this isn't our president.
That's right. So while the New York Times is picking up on the cordial words between Donald Trump and Barack Obama, who were, I suppose, trying at least to respect the forms of the democratic process, you can see that that's not really being reflected by how a lot of people are expressing themselves on the streets. The hashtag #NotMyPresident has been trending, and we've been seeing those images since the day after the election, when people did take to the streets and were expressing their anger, going to emblematic sites such as the Trump Tower. Lots of different messages coming up under that hashtag. Hello darkness, my old friend, I believe is how that one goes. And somebody adding a slightly more positive proverb to this tweet: it's always darkest before the dawn, even though that might not be in the immediate future. America made great again, slow clap. Now what this person here is doing is sharing comments, two different comments. One person talking about someone at work told him they hope fags won't be allowed to serve again under Trump. Another comment, DOD, the Department of Defense, a DOD friend had Hillary sticker ripped off his car this morning and coffee poured all over him. Now, what we're also seeing kind of mirroring that is people talking about, for example, white supremacists, former KKK leader, congratulating Donald Trump. So I think there's a fear that this could really unleash negative, low instincts such as racism, misogyny, anger with minorities, etc. There is a fear that this could sort of take the lid off of that Donald Trump's election could allow people to feel that they can now do as they please. Now, you have people also responding to the anti-Trump protests using the same hashtag. The illegal immigrants complaining about Donald Trump. You're right, considering you're not an American citizen. Comparing about Donald Trump not being my president, rather. Yes, he's not your president because you're not an American citizen. So you can see the tone of a lot of this comment online is very negative. InfoWars, now this is a website that supported Donald Trump virulently. It's a website with a lot of conspiracy theory content. It's a website that has itself said that Donald Trump used it as its playbook, if you like, that his playbook was largely borrowed from the InfoWars talking points in a way. They're talking about these protests too, saying communist illegals protest Trump in Austin, Texas. So the perspective on who's protesting and why they're protesting is very different depending on whether you're pro-Trump or
anti-Trump.
anti-Trump.
It's a very divided country, despite all the calls for unity today, isn't it? There are a lot of calls as well about reforming the American electoral system. I mean, this was as it unfurled throughout the night, and one after the other of those battleground states fell into Trump's column. People are now saying, look, Hillary Clinton actually won the popular vote when it comes down to it, narrowly, but she did win it. Is it time to reform the system?
You have petitions to abolish the Electoral College, because this is actually the fifth time that a president-elect has not won the popular vote. We remember in 2000, Al Gore lost out to George W. Bush. He also won the popular vote. So people are saying, look, this is ridiculous. It's an anachronism. It needs to be reformed. So lots of details of the election and how we came to this point are being discussed. For example, Jill Stein, the Green candidate, she potentially ate into Hillary Clinton's vote in Florida. That also happened in 2000 when Ralph Nader, the Green candidate, ate. But, that's the democratic process as well, I suppose. So you can't argue against people voting for who they want to vote for. But you can see lots of people online saying we must eliminate the Electoral College. This is part of the problem. Now, just so many things to talk about. Michael Moore has been posting stuff on his Facebook page.
He predicted it, one of the few people to do so, didn't he?
He did, and now he's saying, look, how does the left remobilise after this? He's saying two things, and he's publishing these lists. He's also supporting all of the protests, anti-Trump protests. Two things that he says: prepare to impeach Trump, just as the Republicans were planning to do with Hillary Clinton from day one, and also demand the DNC apologise to Bernie Sanders for trying to fix the primaries against him. So this could potentially also really mobilise the left against Donald Trump.
All right, James, thank you very much indeed. We'll be keeping a close eye on that. James Creedon there with Media Watch.